of the International Championship. Back at Absolution, of course, Quantum dethroning him. And George King taking a bit of a hiatus, stepping away momentarily, but now is back. Looking to make an impact as the grandest stage of them all only gets closer and closer at the expense of Warren Taylor here. Those stabbing blows to the midsection. Not looking very pretty. Quantum, though, didn't hold on to the International Championship for very long. We know at Purgatory was the first one eliminated inside of the Elimination Chamber at the hands of his former tag team partner and friend Bob Luger, nonetheless. D'Angelo Prince instead was the final superstar standing within the Devil's Domain, new international champion. Going to kick off his reign later on tonight as he goes one-on-one with one half of Los Felinos Fatales. Nice drop down by Warren Taylor. It's a huge opportunity for the young upstart. Been in CMV a few weeks now without a win, but certainly taking down a former undisputed world heavyweight champion. Surefire way to get yourself put on the map. Lickety split. What's up, Gumbel? Yes, you may not know, but CMV is finally taking a step into the future. Dashing has upgraded. Stick around, you might be surprised by some more things that go down here tonight, but then again, you never know what's going to happen in CMV. Nice arm wrench by George King there. We do know, guys, that with Ascendance comes the Money in the Bank ladder match. And George King actually has gone on record earlier tonight saying he would love nothing more than to gain entry into that match. Last year's Ascendance he main evented, guys, was world champion walking into the match, but did not leave the same. You recall PJ Moon, the Royal Rumble winner, dethroned him, and then only seconds later was cashed in on by Chris Proudfoot. Perhaps George King wants to be in that position this year. Hello, J-Rod. I apologize. How could I? How dare I? George King, nice flapjack off the fireman's carry. And we actually have our first Money in the Bank qualifier here tonight, guys, as European champion Reese Matthews will take on the Dragon, Gary Reed. George King's feeling good about himself right now. I say he looks good. Whatever he's been doing these last few weeks during his absence seems to be paying off. It's been a rough season for George King. A couple of ups, but more downs. Picking up the European Championship and the International Championship this season, but his kingdom came crashing down around him. His loyal knights for years abandoning him. And then, of course, Quantum popping him in the jaw at Absolution didn't help. George King is just throwing Warren Taylor around the ringside area, man, like nobody's business. Keeps breaking the count as well to prolong the suffering of Taylor. I will curtsy to the queen. Is that what she's going to make people do? Instead of bowing before the queen, you have to spider walk before joy? Things have been going decently well for the Justice family these last couple of weeks, with Joy Justice, of course, winning Queen of the Ring and earning herself a shot at the Women's Championship come Ascendance. But, well, the rest of the Justice family not been doing great. Bloody Justice going to hope to turn that around later on tonight. He's in action. Count of 7 right now. Warren Taylor starting to fight back a little bit. Crashing into the steel steps. Warren Taylor with some fire taking it to the veteran. Along the ringside area, count of 11. Of course, here in CMV, Superstars have until 20 to get back into the ring. Nice block. Forearm smash by King. Goes for some sort of knee. Caught, though, by Warren Taylor, and an elbow to the knee. George King finally going to bring this fight back into the ring. I guess he's been satiated. Now he's going to look to finish Warren Taylor off. Jesus, just hucking him. overhead. I don't even know if that was a real technical maneuver. Kind of just freaking yeeted him almost out of the ring, and now in the corner going to use that knee of his with some added leverage from the ropes, trying to suffocate Warren Taylor, and it pays off. George King with a dominant win against Warren Taylor here tonight on Supremacy in his return. George King seems ready, guys, for Ascendance 8. George King with a much-needed win here after his hiatus. The show of shows is calling his name. Will George King answer? J-Rod trying to get a racket going here in the chat. Their alliance. Back to the action in ring though, and this is our Money in the Bank qualifier of the evening. 6 superstars going to earn the opportunity at Ascendance 8, guys, to compete, earning that contract that can cash in anytime, anywhere for a shot at the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. And this is the type of opportunity Rhys Matthews has been waiting for since his return a few months ago. The European Championship has kept him warm, but Rhys has gone on record as to saying he came back for one reason only, and that's to become a future undisputed champion. No more former undisputed champion for the total package. And all he has to do is get past Gary Reed, the Dragon, who's coming off a big win over Killian Red a couple of weeks ago. The former Unified World Tag Team Champion, been struggling this season to really find his footing as a singles competitor after the departure of Walter Bollet at the end of last season. Kind of left Gary Reed high and dry, but this could be a real turning point for Reed. Rhys Matthews, though, been on fire, retaining his European Championship in that triple threat at Purgatory, staying Christian Kai and Misawa Kage. Nice catchphrase there by Matthews. We are returning to 2K19 post-Ascendance. Our last few weeks on 2K20. Nice moonsault by Rhys. Sometimes he can surprise you. Rhys Matthews really is a very well-rounded competitor. It's not super often, though, he leaves his feet like that, gets a 2 count off of it. That Catman is not okay, J-Rod. Luckily, like I said, Danger Cat got there just in time so that the takeover couldn't do any serious damage. I'm sure they were planning on taking Golden Cat out permanently, but Danger Cat swooped in like the hero he is. But unfortunately, Golden Cat had to be taken to a local medical facility, get further checked on, so Danger Cat's going to have to take his place tonight against D'Angelo Prince. Reese Matthews with a unique way to escape. European uppercut, going to create a bit of distance. Gary Reed uses it, drop kick to the knee, rolls that away, does Matthews, runs right into a front headlock. The total package gets his arm chopped away. Ooh, right to the back of the knee as well. We know Gary Reed is softening Reese Matthews up, guys, for that cross armbar, a maneuver he has ended careers with. Reese would be wise to stop this assault and quicker rather than later. Collar and elbow tie-up. Pushes Reed away, does the European champion, and a standing drop kick. Going to give him the upper hand for now, but Gary Reed immediately tries to get back to his feet using the ropes to do so. Matthews says, I don't think so. Hangman's neck breaker. Matthews softening up the head and neck. A lot of ways that the total package can beat you. The BFT, the total package pile driver, or that cutter he's been using since his return. Snap vertical suplex. I'm sure they appreciate that, J-Rod, but I believe Danger Cat's got it covered here tonight. European uppercut, plus Bloody Justice has his own problems to worry about later on, as he's got a rematch with Patch Mondo. And look at the arrogance of Reese Matthews. Might come back to bite him. Gary Reed back in the ring, face-to-face they stand. Irish whip on the rebound. Chest bump. And a swinging neck breaker. Again, this is a Money in the Bank qualifying match. 6 spots to be filled at the show of shows. The first will be taken by either Reese Matthews or Gary Reed here tonight. What a beautiful spinning sit-out sidewalk slam. Say that 3 times fast. Knife edge chop into the top of the head. Now on the rebound, another big chop. Reese Matthews going to hit the canvas hard. Gary Reed, will he punch his ticket to ascendance? 1. No, only a 1 count. Reese Matthews straight back up to his feet. He ain't looking too happy. But if I'm Reese Matthews, I'm worrying big time. Oh, wait a minute, Reese Matthews. We've seen him finish off opponents with this combination before. There's the snap power slam off the clotheslines. Hooks the leg. 1. 2. Oh, no, not even a 2 count. And the European champion looking distraught. Gary Reed threatens a punch. Kick to the midsection. Reese Matthews escapes from that. Knew it may spell the end. Continuing to go after that neck. Gary Reed, ultra smart to roll out of the ring. Cannot be pinned, cannot be submitted. Able to catch his breath, but Reese Matthews stand on top of him like a monkey on a cupcake. Not letting him get away. Gary Reed throws him back into the ring, and the Dragon is on the hunt. He wants that cross arm bar. He's willing to snap Reese's arm to get to ascendance. Dragon screw. And now Reese Matthews, we've seen this time and time again. The total package stalking. Knee to the face, discus clothesline. BFT gonna deliver the 1, 2. No. Big time kick out for Gary Reed, digging down deep there, that's for sure. Reese Matthews hesitated momentarily, but knows he's got control, not for long. There's the cross arm bar. And you know if Reese Matthews doesn't tap or find a way to escape, Gary Reed will break the arm. Reed is victorious. He's going to ascendance. Gary Reed qualifies for Money in the Bank. This is huge. Gary Reed has been valiantly attempting to find his footing as a singles competitor this season. This is the biggest win of his career so far. And now he's going to ascendance, but no hard feelings. Reese Matthews respecting the fight. But you know, that stings for Reese Matthews. All he wants is a shot at the Undisputed Championship, but, well, Gary Reed stood in his way tonight and proved to be Quite a roadblock indeed. And an immediate chokeslam attempt by Danger Cat gets thwarted. I'm sure Danger Cat worried about his best friend, his amigo, his fellow feline, but Golden Cat is in good hands, and Danger Cat's got to focus on the task at hand. Snap vertical suplex by D'Angelo Prince. Kick to the midsection to follow. Bit of a stalling brainbuster, but the effect is the same. Crack in the cranium of Danger Cat only gets a 1 count, much to the chagrin of our new international champion. Still to come here tonight, guys, our main event, the Anarchy Championship, will be on the line as Dave Turner challenges Xander Slate. It was a great night at Purgatory for the SNS connection when they became the new unified World Tag Team Champions, defeating Jason Spade in a handicap match after we all thought it was Xander Slate and Shea Hogston who took out Brett Curtis and stopped him from making it to the tag match. That would have been a pretty cool slingshot dropkick, but Danger Cat completely wolfed it, and now might pay only a 1 count. But as we saw afterwards, guys, Brett Curtis purposefully did not show up to the match, cost himself and Jason Spade the unified World Tag Team titles, and then it betrayed Spade, super kicking him in the middle of the ring and simply saying he's tired of being a shadow. Spade said earlier tonight that in a way he respects what Brett Curtis did. He's been a shadow himself. That doesn't mean he's going to let Brett Curtis get one over, the undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, and that Brett Curtis will indeed pay for his treachery. But it seems like either those words from Xander Slate and Shea Hogston before Purgatory got to Brett Curtis. I think it's a long time coming, though. I think this whole time, Brett Curtis, that tension's kind of been bubbling out of the surface. By the way, what a nasty reverse STO into the turnbuckle there. Danger Cat, I don't know how he was able to kick out. Oh, and a super kick right to the ribs. This is now personal for Danger Cat. Snapmare, slides to the front, nice. Kind of calf kick to the temple. You never know what Danger Cat's going to bring to the table any given match. Turn around, German suplex by the international champion. Wants to get his reign started with a bang. Clothesline, squashes him in the corner. And now he's biting at the fingers. Danger Cat is very lucky the referees here in CMV are lenient. That should be a disqualification. Oh, and a trip to the chiropractor for D'Angelo Prince. Could be a huge win for Danger Cat, but not just yet. And there's the claw of the cat. Ripping and tearing at the mouth and throat of the new international champion. Yeah, CMV definitely full of cat-loving referees. Danger Cat rabid, might need to be put down. Perhaps D'Angelo Prince is the one to do it. Beautiful reversal into a sort of back suplex gut buster. Super kick to the midsection, caught. D'Angelo Prince. His ribs are already hurting. Didn't want any more of that. Able to keep Danger Cat at bay with a kick to the midsection. Oh, and there's a knee that'll take the air right out of you. That'll have you gasping for breath. Now these stomps to the chest. D'Angelo Prince, arms out wide. Whether or not he had anything to do with the attack on Golden Cat. Danger Cat does not care. Oh, he's going to go for it again. Missed it again. Perhaps he should just give up on the dream of properly executing that maneuver. Uh-oh, guys, wait a minute. D'Angelo Prince need to win. Delivered to the ear. Now just taking his time. D'Angelo Prince in firm control, and he knows it. Got a hold of that arm, willing to tear it off. Danger Cat not in a good spot right now, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta find a way to escape, and perhaps he has. Able to get to his feet. There's one lucky punch to the midsection. Those ribs that have been worked on all match long by Danger Cat. Dragged to the corner, halted though by the uncrowned Prince, who goes for the rocket kick. And you gotta believe if that would have connected, this match would be over. Those lightning fast reflexes of the Cat. European uppercut though floors him all the same, and D'Angelo Prince is feeling it right now. What a match this has turned out to be. Last second replacement, Danger Cat giving the international champion hell. Tiger fake kick. Danger Cat slipping into the deep end. He's got to surface for some air. Irish whip into the corner. Up on the top. This could be huge. This could be the turning point for Danger Cat. But if you're D'Angelo Prince, man, you got to be getting the hell out of Dodge, and soon. Oh, man. Freaking jumped off the top rope and super kicked this man off the top rope. Going for the kitty claw again. Countered into a complete shot. Hooks the leg. D'Angelo Prince maybe getting desperate with a pin like this. Only a 1 count. Kick thrown out, only connects with the hand of D'Angelo Prince. There's a kick. That does the deed. Knife edge chop. D'Angelo Prince, not a fan, gonna deliver one of his own. Another swinging single knee gut buster. And a big old kick to the back just for extra bit of flavor. Uh-oh, you can never take your eyes off of D'Angelo Prince, man. Danger Cat just made a fatal mistake. He just kipped up. Maybe accidentally or perhaps on purpose, hitting D'Angelo Prince. That leg sweep. Will D'Angelo Prince be able to steal it here? Yes, he will. D'Angelo Prince taking out Danger Cat with the dreaded leg sweep. Danger Cat obviously smacking the back of his head off the canvas. Whether or not D'Angelo Prince had anything to do with the attack on Golden Cat, there's no solid proof. Danger Cat wants to keep the peace until he gets to the bottom of it. I think Danger Cat needs to find himself a top hat and a trench coat and get to the bottom of this. Let's get all the sportsmanship in while we can. Here we go, guys. Christian Kai taking on Mike Miles in a match I've honestly been looking forward to. I feel like it could be a bit of a sleeper hit. We know Christian Kai is in a foul mood after failing to capture the European Championship at Purgatory. Was not the one pin in that triple threat. Reese Matthews retaining by pinning Misawa Kage. And Christian Kai says he deserves another shot at the European Championship. He can definitely bolster his case with a win over the likes of Mike Miles, who returned last episode of Supremacy with an impressive victory over Ashley Amell. Mike Miles on the shelf for, well, since last season, since I believe towards the end of last season, so almost a year. Mike Miles was hanging out at home, decided to lace up them boots again and step back into the CMV wrestling ring, and there was no ring rust on Miles last episode of Supremacy. Let's see if that continues here tonight. Christian Kai on a mission, man. We know that the Money in the Bank ladder match will go down at Ascendance 8. We already had our first qualifier earlier tonight. Gary Reed, the first of 6 confirmed after his win over Reese Matthews. Both of these men, along with many others in the locker room, I'm sure wanting an opportunity themselves. Still 5 more qualifiers, so a win here for either one of these men will definitely tell Kellen O'Neill who deserves it more. What was what about, J-Rod? Overhead goes Christian Kai. The young blood just debuting a little over a month ago, face to face with one of the all-time greats, a former Intercontinental Champion. Been here since damn near the start of CMV. On again, off again, but Mike Miles always comes back, and he always comes back better. Not as beefy as he once was. I said this during his return last episode. It's definitely slimmed down a bit, but maybe that'll be the benefit of the madman. I don't know what that was about, J-Rod. It seems like Andrew Briggs wanted to get on the same page with Brett Curtis, seeing what he did at Purgatory, and saying, hey, let's come together, let's take out Jason Spade, but Brett Curtis didn't want any of it. He rejected the offer. He's his own man now. Not going to get in bed with Andrew Briggs after just getting out with Jason Spade. Mike Miles throwing Christian Kai into the steel steps. And again, why not? Worked so well the first time. And showing off those 18-inch pythons, brother. Mike Miles bulging. Thrown down towards the corner. Christian Kai enjoying a much more free style. Loves to rebound off the ropes, go off the top, use the ropes to springboard. But we've seen it in his matches as well. Also technically gifted. Mike Miles through and through, a strong man, loves using his power. Now that he's slimmed down a bit, perhaps a bit faster himself. Threatens a punch, does Kai. Belly to belly suplex. Jason Spade is definitely in a tough place now as undisputed champion. He must defend the championship against Andrew Briggs at Ascendance, but now he's got Brett Curtis nipping at his heels. That's what happens when you're champion, though. You're at the top of the mountain, gotta fight off anyone and everyone. And Christian Kai says he's got an idea. That does not bode well if you're Mike Miles. Knee to the back of the head, gonna bust Miles open. Look at how cocky Christian Kai is. Refers to himself as the natural. Says that everything comes naturally to him. He is the perfect wrestler, crafted for this business. Knife edge chop battle, Mike Miles gonna win it. And Christian Kai thrown into the corner. Not the type of place you want to be. Especially cornered by someone like Mike Miles, who just throws out those haymakers. Barrage of elbow strikes. Mike Miles fake it out. Christian Kai on the last one, instead resorting to a rake of the eyes via the heel of his boot. Christian Kai grabbing at his ribs, guys, and that is never a good sign. Denies the forearm smash. Mike Miles brings this fight back into the ring. A lot at stake for both superstars trying to better their standings with a sentence 8 so close. Mike Miles feeling it right now. He's amped up. These fans are behind him, and here comes the powerhouse. Here comes the madman. There's the clothesline. There's the back body drop. Christian Kai will not stay down, but I think the spine buster might do the trick. Hooks the leg. Will that be enough? 1, 2. No. Christian Kai just barely surviving. Threatens that punch again. Mike Miles with the world's strongest slam. 1, 2. No. Straight out of England, and Christian Kai just bit the bullet. However, it's only a matter of time. 10 miles out is Christian Kai. 1, 2, 3. Mike Miles with a big win here tonight on Supremacy. And there can be no excuses for Christian Kai tonight. Sure, at Purgatory, he wasn't the one pinned in that triple threat. Reese Matthews pinned Misawa Kage to retain the European Championship. But Mike Miles straight up was the better man in this confrontation. Madman has got his eyes on Money in the Bank, and I think he just earned a qualifier without a doubt. Look at that blood trickling down his forehead. Sweaty as can be. And although the world's strongest slam didn't do it, 10 miles out always does. Mike Miles is back. And he is not letting anybody stand in his way. Looks like he's still hungry. He's saying, feed me more. Mike Miles could go all night, baby. Mike Miles, the ratings killer. I don't think Hoxton was around when Blood and Stone were a thing. I think that is pre-Hoxton in CMV. I remember though, J-Rod. I'll never forget. And you can see Bloody just coming straight out the gate with some ferocity. Patch Mondo though gonna take it on the chin and try and fight back. Mondo's first couple of weeks here in CMV, he was taking on former world champions to no avail, although putting up a great effort. When he stepped in the ring with Bloody Justice, I don't think many people gave him a chance, but man, Patch Mondo reeled us all in with his victory, and now it's time to see if it was just a fluke. Maybe if he has Bloody Justice's number. Everybody's had Bloody Justice's number lately, though, and that's just a fact. Justice needs to get back on track. There's not a whole lot of time left before Ascendance 8. And you see Jared Leon, his brother-in-law, standing at ringside, showing his support in the flesh this time. Dragged by the arm, Bloody Justice. Yeeting Patch Mondo into the corner. Tries to go for some sort of scoop slam, but Patch Mondo, who hails from the Czech Republic, I've been doing my research on this kid ever since his win over Bloody Justice. I'm one of those people who didn't give him the benefit of the doubt, I'll admit it. But now he's certainly somebody to keep an eye on. Ooh, forearm smash on the apron. That's going to ring the bell of Bloody Justice. European uppercut. Oh, but that does not seem to faze Bloody Justice all that much. Comes back with a freaking shoulder tackle. Stomped down onto the middle of the back. Jared Leon stepped inside of the Elimination Chamber at Purgatory, vying to become international champion, but was not successful. Bloody Justice wasn't even at Purgatory. Bloody Justice is going to be damned, though, if he misses the grandest stage of them all. Blocks him one on the jaw, followed by a running neck breaker. Patch Mondo still has some fight left in him, but it might be snuffed out. 360 tombstone pile driver, vintage Bloody Justice, and now the punches cross the forehead. No rest for the wicked, no rest for the wicked indeed. And there's the mandible claw. Justice going to attempt to suffocate Patch Mondo here. And it may have been effective. Only a one count. Bloody Justice looking over to his brother-in-law. The former Unified World Tag Team Champions back together. Maybe that's what they needed all along. Tombstone, a pile driver again. Patch Mondo's neck has got to be feeling some type of way right about now. Justice just won't stay down, though. No matter what Patch Mondo does. Bloody Justice underestimated Patch Mondo last time. It's not happening again. Those elbows getting through clean, connecting with the head of Patch. Anything Bloody Justice loves in this world, it is inflicting pain and horrors. Snap vertical suplex by Mondo, much to the disdain of Jared Leon at ringside. Running senton. The rookie, perhaps catching his second wind, keeping himself alive, goes for some sort of running knee, maybe a head scissors, I'm not sure, but Bloody Justice shuts his shit down. And there's a half and half suplex that you can write home to mama about. Spike and Patch on his dome. Via the full map, just going in. Unchained is Bloody Justice. Not giving Patch Mondo any room to move, not a chance to breathe, but Mondo still fighting. This kid's got a fire in him. It's a tough fire to put out. Nice combo by Patch. Has done a bit of boxing in his day. Tries to go for some sort of cutter. Bloody Justice says, I don't think so. Forearm smash into a front headlock. Kick to the midsection. Turned into a psycho cutter. Patch Mondo, I think, just got sent to another dimension by the look in his eyes. Going for the sickle. Nice catch by Patch. STO. Patch Mondo takes a hold of the arm, chopped away by Bloody Justice, kick to the ribs again. Snapmare, seated position, soccer ball kick, quickly into the cover. Bloody Justice doesn't want to give Patch Mondo another opportunity to get one over him. Patch Mondo takes the L. Bloody Justice rights the wrong from a couple of weeks ago. Quick sequence towards the end there. Both men doing their best to take down the other, but Bloody Justice gonna even things up and finally get a win for himself. Let's be honest, this was a must-win situation for Bloody Justice. He got the job done. Now the question is, can he keep that up? Can he use this momentum? With his haunting brother-in-law watching over his shoulder, Bloody Justice starting to turn things around for the family. Definitely a crime committed here tonight on Supremacy. That attack from behind by the takeover, something that Vance Vintage and Killian Red simply will not stand for. And although Vance Vintage has had his reservations about this crime-fighting spree, Killian Red has led the way. The Louisianimal in the ring, though, lately, hasn't been doing too hot. Coming off a loss against Gary Reed, and of course failing to recapture his European/Great American Championship at Absolution. Killian Red hoping to get back on track with the help of Vance Vintage. Tilt-a-Whirl DDT. Oh my God. Super kick. Vance Vintage turned into a wet spaghetti noodle in the blink of an eye. Now here comes Perry Hand, the Pitbull, the thick boy, bouncing on Vance Vintage and swinging for the fences. Oh, watch out, Killian Red. Now I would love to see Perry Heenan and Killian Red square off. Hopefully we get a glimpse of that here. Perry Heenan thrown down. You know, the exploits of Vance Vintage and Killian Red reaching the ears of Shay Hoxton, who of course hails from one of the most crime-ridden cities in the United States. Shay Hoxton actually reached out Surprisingly, you might not expect it. But Hoxton wants the help of Vance Vintage and Killian Red, and although they were, again, reluctant at first, especially Vance Vintage, it seems a deal has been struck. Jay Hoxton going to be some sort of crime fighter now. I thought I'd seen it all. He was originally going to be ringside for our main event, but I'm sure Sanders Slay can handle his own. Hot tag made to Killian Red at the same time. Here comes Deshaun Williams. Nice knee. And here we go. Perry Heenan tagged in. Hopefully that ring is reinforced. Killian Red gets the better on the first exchange. Perry Heenan going to catch the kick to the midsection though. Exploder suplex and down goes the man who bleeds red, white, and blue. Swings the fist to meet the gut. Sunset flip powerbomb. Stabbing motions to the midsection. There's nothing that grinds the gears of Killian Red more than cowards attacking someone from behind, especially if they were hired to do it. Then it really is a crime, and Killian Red is on the case. Buckle bomb, rearranging the spine of the Pitbull Perry Heenan. Irish whip into the corner. Killian Red looking for a tag, perhaps. Perry Heenan thwarts that attempt. Knife edge chop, connecting with both Killian Red and Vince Vintage. SDO throws down Perry Heenan. Asking for the tag, it's Deshaun Williams, but Heenan is a long way from home, and Killian Red has no intentions of letting him do so. Last ride, sit out powerbomb. Perry Heenan is a big man. No easy task, what may have been the three broken up by Deshaun Williams, and the takeover is still alive, but for how much longer? Out onto the apron, Killian Red is sent. Forearm smash. Wait a minute. Killian Red, 300 pounds. Superplex from the apron. That's like superplexing a goddamn slab of marble. Which Killian Red looks like he was chiseled out of. Look at the physique of the Louisianimal. Perry Heenan lining up his shot, if you ask me, wasting a whole lot of time. Tag to Deshaun Williams. Perry Heenan holding Killian Red in place for an assisted leg drop by Deshaun Williams, who I'm sure is still feeling the effects of the Elimination Chamber at Purgatory. Killian Red catching it, Deshaun on the rebound with a pop-up power bomb. Deciding not to go for the pin, instead it makes the tag to Vance Vintage while he's got the chance. Coming up from behind, Deshaun Williams doesn't play that way though. A couple of elbows to the jaw, set him free. Elbow in response by Vance Vintage. American-made man who returned last month to help Killian Red when he was at his lowest, when he was ready to give up, and reminded him of the American way. More of a walking power slam, but nicely done by Vance Vintage. Knife edge chop, comes back, does Deshaun with one of his own. Punch to the pec, and to the head, and again to the head. One more. Coming in hot. Headbutt. Sean got up that knee just in time. Tries to go for a step-up knee. Has a hammer fist right to the bridge of the nose. And another walking power slam. Not boding well for Deshaun. Slowly but surely picks him up to his feet. Vance Vintage with that classic DDT. I would say vintage. Shoots the half, hooks the leg, long way from the corner. Can Perry Heenan make the save? Williams saves himself. Shawn Williams now in the attack. Has a hold of the Pikes and a modified backstabber. Maybe going for it again, but Vance Vintage says one is enough, thank you very much. Not a greedy man. Tries for a snapmare, maybe a cutter. We'll never know. But I do know what this is. Oh, the pile driver by Vance Vintage. 1, 2, but Perry Heenan, too close to the corner, breaks that up with more than enough time. Vance Vintage gonna let Killian Red get a piece of this action. Shawn Williams just getting back to his feet, only to walk into a pop-up powerbomb. And if I'm Williams, I'm thinking about a tag to Perry Heenan right about now. Well, thanks for listening to my advice. But Perry Heenan's too busy flexing. Your muscles are very impressive, Perry, but maybe you should focus on, I don't know, winning this match. Hot tag now made, and once again, the beefy boy is going to collide. Jumping clothesline by the former Internet Champion and Anarchy Champion. Forearm smash. Killian Red sends one back. Hammerlock. Elbow coming out of left field. Another jumping clothesline. Perry Heenan like a dog with his bow and dragging it off to the corner. Slowly circling Killian Red, stomping on every single exposed limb. Very methodical when he wants to be. Shot to the liver, cross body. Killian Red using that impressive frame of his as a weapon, akin to a battering ram. Jockey for control in the corner to Shawn Williams, just now getting back to his feet at ringside. Now Perry Heenan wants to slow things down. Abdominal stretch. Killian Red's got no escape. Perhaps I spoke too soon. There's always a way out. A will to fight for a real American. Shawn wants that tag. Perry Heenan ain't knowing where he is right now, though. Headbutt. Staggers Perry Heenan just long enough. Killian Red tries to take his shot, but a jawbreaker. Luthez press some more right hands. Something you wouldn't see too often from a man Perry Heenan's size, leaving his feet for that drop kick. Might not have been the best one ever, but got the job done. Throwing Killian Red. When do you ever see a man Killian Red's size thrown around like that? Perry thinking about his next move. Hopefully doesn't think too long, though. Killian Red, not the kind of man that you can give too much space to. Heavy Irish whip, gonna bring the Shawn Williams off the apron. And Red gonna use this opening to catch his breath. The Louisianimal tiring out of it, but there ain't no quit. Cracks him in the jaw, Luthez press. Heenan loves using his weight, throwing it around. Fight returning to the ring. Both these men moving a lot slower than when the match started. as is to be expected. Killian Red from the corner. Wait a minute. Like a speeding bullet. Spear by Killian Red, chopping down the Red Oak known as Perry Heenan, but he gets out on his own. Perry Heenan's ribs have got to be feeling some kind of way, but that's not going to stop him. Sit out Uranagi. 1, 2. Oh, Vance Vintage a little bit late to the party, but luckily Killian Red grinds his teeth. Keeps on keeping on. That'll only do you for so long, though. Killian Red's got to find a way to keep Perry Heenan down definitively. That's proving easier said than done. Scoop slam, drops down to Heenan, grabs a hold of the neck breaker. Straight to his feet is Red. Perry Heenan's starting to wonder if he can keep down the former Great American Champion, in a terrible place to be in. Perry Heenan finds himself at the mercy of Killian Red, but there will be no mercy for criminal scum. Powerbomb from the top rope, hooks the leg. 1, 2, but Perry Heenan kicks out. Killian Red can't believe it, but he wastes no time. Picking Perry Heenan straight back up into the corner again. Elbows finding their way to Heenan's jaw. Torture rack position. Spun out into a sit-out powerbomb. Heenan needs a tag. Red makes one to Vintage. And here we go, double trouble. Drop kick to Vance. Deshawn delivering some stomps to the sternum. And a forearm smash right to the temple. And that's perfect positioning if you ask Deshawn Williams. High rent district. Caution to the wind. I don't even know what the hell to call that. 1, 2. But it ain't the end. I actually don't know what that was. I know what this is going to be, though. Roundhouse kick to the dome piece. Vance Vintage out like a light, but does not go for the pin. This is Deshawn Williams. Interesting choice. Wants to make the tag, but Vance Vintage, he's hard-headed. Gonna take more than one kick to keep him down. Knee to the midsection. That was pretty low. Ref doesn't go. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Vance Vintage. The support of these fans and his love of America fueling the fire. Irish whip off the apron. Bam! Big boot, but he ain't done. Delivering the atomic leg drop. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Kick out. Vintage can hardly believe it. But he better snap back to reality real quick. Goes for the chop block. Vance Vintage has eyes in the back of his head. And Vintage sweeping Deshawn off his feet. Boston Crab applied by Vance Vintage, wrenching back. But Perry Heenan continues, man, to be the MVP of making these saves. Double axe handle. And Vance Vintage is looking to fly. Clear the skies. Elbow drop to the heart. He's going to do it again. Unless Perry Heenan has other plans. Another elbow drop. Deshawn somehow able to roll up to his feet. Flips out of the pendulum. running knee cleans the clock of Vance Vintage. Going after the knees, the upper legs. Trying to stop Vance Vintage from climbing up to the top again, and now spiking him flush. Right on the top of his head with that inverted Frankensteiner. Kicking it old school, simple but effective running bulldog. And as Sean Williams decides to take some time to mock these fans, the real Americans in attendance, not taking Vance Vintage very seriously here. Tries to continue his barrage of kicks to the legs. Vance Vintage sends him packing. Tag to Killian Red, who's had quite a while to rest up. Killian Red saying, no more crime for you. Beating his chest like the silverback gorilla he is. Baylor to the arm. Sean wants this fight back in the ring. Takes a second to catch his breath. Looks like he might be holding his ribs. Keep a close eye on that. Unless, of course, this match is going to end sooner rather than later. And if you're Killian Red, that might just be the case. Kicks to the back of the knee. Can't seem to get a lid on Sean Williams. Oh, another pop-up powerbomb. Red wants to make the tag, guys, but Vance Vintage in no type of condition to oblige. The fate of this match might rest on the shoulders of the Louisianimal. Killian Red is ready to fight. Double thumbs down. Perhaps signaling for the end. Big punch straight to the face. Watch out, referee Johnson. Perry Heenan tagging himself in, seeing that Sean Williams is in trouble. And Killian Red's ready for him. Some more power bombs. The stubbornness of Perry Heenan meeting the undying attitude of Killian Red. But the Impaler DDT, that doesn't even seem to truly faze Killian Red. Just starts instinctively crawling to his corner. If you're Perry Heenan, man, what's going through your mind right now? What the hell do you got to do to keep someone like Killian Red down for the 3 count? Some other type of strategy might need to be employed by the takeover here. Who's the bigger beast? Perry Heenan beating his chest to mark dominance. Killian Red might be walking right into a trap. The Beast Bomb seals the deal. It has to. 1, 2. That was gonna. Are you sure that wasn't a 3 count? Vance Vintage, I don't know if accidentally or on purpose, taking out referee Johnson and stopped that pin. I think it was a 3 count. Evidently not. Killian Red looking down at Perry Heenan with disgust, no respect for the scum known as Takeover. Oh, dunked him. Referee Johnson back to his feet. Seems like he's going to be okay. This tag team match has been nothing short of a war. Killian Red and Vance Vintage have been cleaning up the streets these last few weeks, but now they're trying to clean up the locker room here on Supremacy. Another sit-out last ride powerbomb. Into the knees of his own tag team partner. Count of 7. Killian Red does not seem at all concerned. Keeping his focus on Perry Heenan, even as Deshaun Williams watches like a hawk from the apron, ready to strike at any moment. 10, they have until 20 to get back into the ring, guys. We still have our main event to come. The Anarchy Championship on the line as Dave Turner will challenge Xander Slate. Another beat to the chest by Killian Red. Both men back into the ring at the same time. And they're just staring daggers at each other. Waiting to see who strikes first. Killian Red goes for it. Perry Heenan out with the front headlock. Chops away the hand. And Killian Red with the spinning sit-out powerbomb. Again, telling Perry Heenan, your days of crime are over, friend. Powerbomb number, who knows? Perry Heenan's had enough. Punch to the pec. Counters the Irish whip, though, does Red out onto the apron and hanging on for dear life. And Killian Red with a sunset flip. What else? Powerbomb. At this point, both men, whether they want to admit it, whether they want to show it or not, exhausted. They're just starting to throw out anything they can think of. Vance Vintage now on lookout in case his partner needs him. Killian Red drenched from head to toe in sweat, glistening in the light here. Busted open, and now Killian Red is truly bleeding red. Don't know about the white. Oh, he got him right on the side of the head as well. Wait a minute, Killian Red. It's not all that often we see him pull this out anymore. Red alert. And indeed it is for the takeover. 1, 2. No. What? What is keeping Perry Heenan going? Absolute tank. Hard to admit it, but geez Louise, man. And now he's got Killian Red tied up in the ropes, knows that Vance Vintage can't do anything about it unless he wants to risk a disqualification. Killian Red bleeding, bruised. Nothing left to give, but still somehow refusing to stay down. Another sit-out Uranagi. Hooks the leg. Perry Heenan hoping, praying, maybe, just maybe it'll be enough. And it is. On this night, the criminals prevail. Perry Heenan and Deshaun Williams victorious after that tag team war. The crime here in CMV proving to be harder to stop than the crime out there on the streets of America. What a match, though. These four guys beat the hell out of each other for a good 15 minutes. I still need to know what the hell Deshaun Williams hit there. What that's called. A successful night here on Supremacy from top to bottom for the takeover. And as this is for the Anarchy Championship, the rules go out the window. No countouts, no disqualifications, pins or submissions. Only count within the ring. And don't forget, Dave Turner is a former hardcore champion. And at Purgatory, we saw that he still knows how to throw down and get dirty, beating Andrew Briggs half to death with a metal baseball bat. Hook coming in. Dave Turner catches it though. Nice vertical suplex, not done. Go behind, back suplex. Two amigos. Kick to the midsection, gets caught. Xander Slate sweeping Turner. A Hall of Famer coming back to CMV a few months ago. Much like Jacob Ziegler announcing a return tour. And has not missed a step. Like a fine wine, Dave Turner's only gotten better with age. And although Andrew Briggs got the better of him in their first couple encounters, Purgatory proved to be a not-so-fun night for the King of the Hill. And look at Dave Turner, man. Xander Slate, who stands 6'4", 260 pounds, just freaking deadlifting this man off the apron. Super capture suplex. Snake eyes, though, gonna blind the challenger. Only gets a 1 count. Pulled into a front headlock. Xander Slate with a kick to the gut. DDT. First time Xander Slate has ever held the Anarchy Championship after dethroning Brett Curtis some weeks ago. Dave Turner attempts to go low. Xander Slate waiting for him with a boot to the sternum. And now a perfect plex. Perhaps sending shots at Ziegler, who he knows is more than likely watching. Jacob Ziegler returning to CMV to face Xander Slate out of sentence. Again, no disqualifications for the Anarchy Championship on the line. Xander Slate's got a hold of a sledgehammer, but just in time. Dave Turner grabs it. Ooh, and jams the stick end into the guts of the champion. Elbow to the top of the head. Dave Turner rocked. Slate trying to seize his opportunity. Well-placed punches. Slate gonna stall with the vertical. Let the blood rush to the head of the technical prodigy. Dropping him hard. Slate going up to the top. Now this is a very rare occurrence. Headbutt by the Anarchy Champion. That's a move that can take just as much out of you as your opponent. Almost worth the risk though, 2.999. Dave Turner throws out a kick. Doesn't do him much good. Front headlock. Chops out of it, does Turner. Another vertical suplex, maybe another brain buster. Knee to the top of the head. Clothesline by Slate. Got a hold of the sledgehammer once again. This time he uses it effectively right to the kidneys. And Turner's got no choice but to retreat. Oh, but it's not going to do him much good. More shots to the kidneys over and over again. Turner's got to stop this barrage, and he does. Oh, and he dropped a hold Slate right onto the head of the hammer. Could have just cracked a couple of front teeth, maybe knocked some out. And now Turner's got the sledgehammer right to the chest. Right to the chest and now to the elbow. Oh, to the shoulder too. Every single part of Slate's body. Turner knows these fans love it. No one crying for Xander Slate. Sent back into the ring. Again, pins and submissions only count within the squared circle. Super kick, Dave Turner. Scott Xander Slate on the ropes, guys. Brain buster again. Continuously targeting that head, and Slate has the wherewithal to roll out of the ring. Turner turned his back. Super kick, Paul Anderson-esque. Fellow Hall of Famer, I'm sure, watching from home with a smile on his face. Tries to go for another head kick. Xander takes out the knee of Dave Turner. DDT. Inflicting as much damage as possible here at ringside. Slate's going to the ring again. What's he going to bring out to play with this time? The kendo stick. Right across the ribs. These fans in the front row better be careful. Ducks that shot to the back of the head. Drop kicks the kendo stick right out of Slate's hands. Looks like he might have knocked the back of his head though. Off the pad, he's got the sledgehammer again. Turner's not done. We saw how ruthless he can be at Purgatory, not holding anything back against Andrew Briggs. Oh, thrown into the barricade. These fans are definitely getting their money's worth. Slammed to the spine of Dave Turner. May very well have just cracked in half. Another drop toe hold. Turner with some incredible strength this late into the match. Deadlift back suplex to the champion. Escapes that front headlock to Slate. Again into the barricade. Seems as though Slate has found his mark, keeping up the pressure on that back. I can hear the crunch from over here. Now Turner's going to get his turn. Giving Slate a taste of his own medicine. Wait a minute, what the hell is he doing? Dropping him with the gourd buster. And every single one of Xander Slate's ribs may very well be, if not broken, at least bruised. And the challenger thinking about what he's going to do now. It's not falls count anywhere. And this hesitation is what's going to cost Dave Turner, man. Xander Slate slowly but surely getting to his feet. Now Slate's going to make Turner pay for his time wasting. Threatens the punch. Oop, there's some fan's finger. Xander Slate. Another stalling vertical suplex. Having his way with Dave Turner. And finally back into the ring after all the damage that's been done. Dave Turner motionless. And Slate's looking to finish him off once and for all. Clean slate. 1, 2, 3. Xander Slate is still the CMV Anarchy champion. An absolute brawl and nothing less, but Xander Slate is still the CMV Anarchy champion, fighting back a defiant Dave Turner.